Ricochet
is officially, I think, done with WWE. He's gave his notice like he will not be re-signing once his contract expires sometime around July. And WWE went so far as to even write him off the air, off the storyline on Monday Night Raw this last week. He had Bron Breakker put him. He kind of torpedoed him into the side of a semi-trailer, as well as a power slam onto a car through a windshield. Ironically enough, CM Punk was nowhere around to complain about the usage of real glass like he was in AEW. So they put him on a stretcher, and his fiancee, Samantha Irvin, who is the outstanding ring announcer, escorted him onto the ambulance to make sure he was okay. No word yet on exactly how this whole thing with Samantha Irvin will happen, whether or not she'll be leaving the company or not.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But
here's the thing with that whole thing. If he's leaving, cool. Kudos to him. I wish him the best of luck. But what was the point in involving Samantha now? Because this has no payoff.
You got a point there. You got a point.
You get what I'm saying? Like it has no payoff. So
unless they're legitimately hoping him to resign, WWE did put out a statement that he will be out of action for an extended period of time. Mm-hmm. They didn't say how long, but
see, he let his contract expire, which means he does not have a no 30-day compete clause type shit.
Right.
So, but we don't know what conversations took place afterwards. This could all be something that was very true, and was leading up to him leaving. But then they might have hit some agreement. But since it was already out there, they were like, just run with it. And then let's say a couple weeks, and I heard this was on Busted Open, is where the idea even came, and it kind of made sense to me if you think about it. Because like I said, there's no payoff here. What was the point of having her rush, leave the ringside to go do, to check on him if he was leaving? Like, if they were just writing him off, you could have done all of this and she could have stayed where she was at.
Yeah.
They've only acknowledged her existence or their relationship twice. Once when Logan Paul made a reference of it when they were doing their thing to set up their match. And now here with Braun. If there's no point in having her be there, then why was she there? Because now what? Like Braun that's it?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. It doesn't have very much forethought to it, other than making Braun look good, which it did. Don't be wrong.
It did.
But yeah, so you're just going to have her sit there by herself without any payoff to this. Yeah, I agree.
You could have achieved your whole goal without involving her. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I agree with Mike too. He says, watch out for when he does leave and potentially ends up at AEW. We'll have to wait and see. Watch out for he's a WWE trader idiots to start their crap up online. Absolutely.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
It's true though. It will happen. But yeah,
that's not the case at all. Like I get it. The man did, and it's not like
that's not what
he hated his time there. He regretted his time there. He said it multiple times before. Where he wanted to go was there, and that's where he went. And
WWE,
yeah. And unfortunately,
this just happened.
I sense AEW in this future.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Which is going to kind of lead us into AEW. But before we get into that, there was all these RIP Ricochet memes going around. Which, believe it or not, one person at work saw this meme
and thought he died,
and thought he actually passed away. So now I don't blame WWE for this because WWE did not do this. This is a fan-made thing. And there were many of these going around the internet, and don't be wrong, it's a little comical. And I believe they even killed Cody Rhodes off in like Ring of Honor or something at one point, or New Japan. So it has happened before. They've revived him when he came to AEW. But you got to be careful with this sort of thing. People will actually think he was dead. He's not. He's perfectly fine.
First of all, the timeline is crazy. 2018 and 2024, like.
Well,
that's a grown man right
there. 6 years old. But no, there were some online that actually had his actual birthday.
That's a grown ass 6-year-old man.
That's that 6-year-old has a full beard.
Yeah, he does.
Was the person that thought he was dead Logan?
No, John Barkus.
Oh.
No cap. So, but anyway, calling you out there, buddy, if you're watching.
But anyway, together.
So I told him, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's storyline, but let me double check on it. So yeah.
He did get murdered though.
But speaking of him going to AEW, Will Ospreay has been a big vocal proponent for Ricochet and thinks what he's been having to go through at WWE has not been great. he ended up putting this on his Instagram. He went to a restaurant, I guess, overseas. The restaurant's name was Ricochet, I think, and he walks up to it and has these words.
There's a dartboard.
Boy, you're not even shit.
So, referencing the fact that he thought Ricochet is a dumb name. Prince Puma is what he was known as on the independent circuits.
No, he was not.
Was he not? No, what was it? What was it?
It was Ricochet.
Is that
was really?
Paul?
Was
Yeah,
it
he
King?
was only Prince Puma
Yeah.
and Lucha Underground.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry. My
It
apologies.
is. That's who that is. Is that whose video is
It's
that?
always been Ricochet.
That's Will
King
Ospreay. He's an
Ricochet.
AEW wrestler right now.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, he's been kind of lobbying for Ricochet or whatever you want to call him to come to AEW. Which, don't be wrong, I think Ricochet could do very well in AEW. His style of wrestling would actually work well over there for sure. But WWE is going to be getting Ricky Stark, so it's going to be fine. They're going to
How far is he going to go though?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, maybe Ricochet wants to go over there to wrestle somebody.
Yeah,
You know,
maybe
just-
with Chris
That's
Ospreay.
perfectly fine.
Or
Him
if
and
somebody
Ospreay
wants
put
to
on-
use him for a storyline for a little bit.
You
Like,
can make
why
him world
can't
champion.
they
I got
go
no
back
problem
and
with that.
forth?
I mean, it takes some time to build up to it, but I think you can do it.
I'm just
It's like
saying,
the
why doesn't
NFL.
AEW and WWE mix these wrestlers
Yeah,
What?
why
Well,
don't they have a
it- that's-
draft?
It happens.
contractually?
The direct.
Because
Well, they can't. I mean, you could do a show together if two companies agreed upon it, but
Like
you're
if
not
they
going
did
to-
a joint show, that'd be
that
freaking
would
awesome.
be fucking
that would
killer.
definitely sell. It's just whether or not
Yeah.
WWE would probably want to play ball. I think AEW would be up more. I think Hunter would be up for it more than Vince would have. But it's getting
Vince would never be up for
I'm
it.
going to use this like being back in the retail world. I had to go in and do a survey. I had to go into 3 different stores this week and do a survey to see what they sold things at that I sold my store or sell at my store.
Mm.
One guy was very, very helpful. One got mad at me for being in there trying to get prices.
Mhm.
And then the other one was Hux and they didn't have shit. So, so my point is we're all in this town selling the same shit, but we're all going to
Okay.
make money. We're all going to have
That's
our
right.
customers,
Mhm.
you know, have our specials, whatever. WWE and AEW, they don't put their shows on at the same time, right? They don't run all these special shows during football season. They know what they're doing.
Mhm.
So if Ricochet wants to go over here because there's a couple guys over there that he would work well with, why not?
same with AEW guys who go to WWE. This is
Yeah.
what happens when you have two successful companies. They're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be jumping back and forth. It just happens,
Yeah.
and it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So
they're
these
going to
fans
go where
are
they're
just
going to make
losing their
money. Like,
minds.
It's
that's-
like the NFL, you know, the draft. Sure, we
Mhm.
don't want Indy getting our best players, but it's
I do.
still
Didn't
gonna.
believe it.
No, we don't.
I'll take all your best players. I'm good with that. You know, but I'd be the
No.
same way towards Pittsburgh. So
I mean, she has a
Same.
point.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's like with anything. I mean, it's a business. It's a business first. Period. And sometimes business is good elsewhere. It may not even be the money that's what's good there. It could simply be the competition or
Mhm.
certain people you want. You know,
The talent.
hell,
You know,
think about it. Like I remember in high school, the only reason I did certain projects was simply because I was going to do them with friends of mine.
fuck you,
If I had to
Ty.
put them with-
At least our fans don't riot when we win.
wow.
he goes,
We
when
don't
did that
burn down
happen?
our city when we win.
They didn't
Man,
boo
Ty,
Santa
when did you
Claus.
become a troll?
Yeah, they booed Santa Claus. Ty, chill out.
Come on, man.